Good evening. So I'm gonna do this quick video. I hope everyone is having a good day wherever you are. I love you. Anyway, I just want to talk about this real quick because I don't know how long my battery is gonna last because my phone has been cutting off at like the 10-minute mark, or sooner. So let's just get this out of the way. So recently on Twitter, there has been a lot of people complaining about how hard it is to be mixed, as in half white with a white parent, or someone who has a black parent and one non-black parent biologically. There has been a lot of people actually talking about the woes of being mixed, and in particular, this woman from Bad Girls Club, I don't watch that trash show, but Winter Blanco, I believe she goes by Winter Blanco on Twitter. Which I find it weird that this bitch is always complaining about how people don't consider her black enough, but she's always calling herself Blanco. And we all know what Blanco means. I'm taking Spanish right now. I'm about to study it after this video. But she is gonna go on Twitter and talk about how hard it is to be light skinned and to not have kinky hair and darker skin because of that pageant winner in Texas who won the Miss Black University, and the winner came out and spoke on it, and she said that as someone who was never considered black enough, as someone who was considered the outcast, being biracial, it's rewarding to win a pageant as Miss Black when I'm not considered black enough. You could have just shut up, because I really wish people like you would just take your time and understand how hard it is to be black. Not biracial, not mixed, not half white, or any of those things. Take your time to realize how hard it is to just be black. Please take your time, because if you are going to go to a black pageant, participate in it for scholarship money, just to say how hard it is being biracial in a room filled with monoracial girls with kinky hair, dark skin, visibly black girls, and for you to talk about how hard it is to be mixed, you're full of shit. It's a sympathy vote. It's sob story. It's bullshit. People like you make it so hard to express how hard it is to be black, because when we do express how hard it is to be black, as in just black, you want to sit here and come out with, oh, well, you weren't called light bright. At least you know that you're black. Sweetie, growing up, no one wants to be black. I don't know anyone who just sat there at 5, 12 years old and thought, wow, being black is so much fun. It's so much fun being stereotyped as the loud kid. It's so much fun getting suspended for laughing in class. Wow, it's so much fun having white girls just treat you like you ain't shit, or having white boys or black boys, whatever, call you ugly. Wow, I can't imagine. Maybe it's just me, but I can't imagine being that age and saying, wow, being black is so much fun. I want to be black. What is the reward with being black other than wearing cornrows, box braids, fucking black people, having brown skin, having a fat ass, being pulled over more easily? What's the fun in that? Wow, because maybe you have friends and you can vent to it to other people. Okay, I get it. You want to share your experiences with other people. I understand that. But it's hard being anyone in a society where you're not wanted. As a black person, you're not wanted. You're black. You're biracial. But for you to sit here and act as if your experience is so unique from other black people is an insult, because I'm sure those other black girls had stories talking about how hard it was to look black, how hard it was to have dark skin, to have kinky hair. And I feel as if you are undermining everyone else's experiences by saying things like, well, I wasn't considered black enough, and to win over these visibly black girls that are clearly black enough is just so rewarding, as if you had no advantage over these girls, as if being white passing with straight hair, like you had straight hair, like out of all the girls, except for maybe a few girls, but they were very dark skinned, so that doesn't really count. But out of all those girls with the kinkiest hair, especially the runner-ups, wow, you had the straightest of the straightest hair, and you look like a white girl. So don't sit here and tell me you had such a disadvantage over these girls, these beautiful black girls. But here's what I don't understand. I can't stand this false ideal of jealousy, or this false ideal of, oh my God, like my basic white looking self or my basic white self has nothing over these girls. It's just, I'm so white looking, and I'm not saying she's basic like that. I'm just saying, You really believe that you had a disadvantage over those girls because of the way that you look? Are you really telling me this, that you had such a disadvantage over those beautiful black girls because of the fact that you are white passing and you have straight hair? You want to convince me? No, keep convincing Hope, okay? Because that's full of shit. And like I said, like we all have our struggles with being black. We all want to fit in. Being a black girl growing up, the only type of black girl I ever saw get worshipped or considered beautiful or worthy enough were girls like you, were mixed girls, were people that, people would ask, like, is she black or is she something else? Those were the type of girls that were getting all types of representation. If there was a girl like me, she was either a stereotype or she was a background character. But most of the time, when black girls do get nuanced roles, they are usually biracial. People are sitting there listening like, oh wow, it's so hard being mixed. Every time people talk about the black experience, it's through the mixed lens. It's through how hard it is to be mixed. Because black is only interesting when you are part this, when you are part that. Black seems to be spicy when you put something else within the mix. But that's it. So it's an insult for somebody to complain about how hard it is to be biracial when, as a non-biracial girl, being told, you're so pretty. Are you mixed? Oh my God, you're smart and you're nice. Like, are you mixed? Like, and they didn't exactly say that to my face, but I knew that was what they were thinking. They didn't think I was like other black girls. They called me the white girl. I took that as a compliment because I would rather be considered a white girl than a coon, the ghetto bitch, all these horrific stereotypes that could get you suspended, that could get you arrested. And you're trying to be as black as possible, but we are trying to assimilate so we won't be put in danger. It's like in that movie ATL with Lauren London and T.I.'s best friend, and T.I.'s best friend talks to her like, wow, you really want to be ghetto so bad, but we're trying to get out of this. And it's not to say like it's anything bad with living in a ghetto or being black. I'm not saying that. But from a perspective of a young black kid growing up and everything black was seen as negative, you don't want to be that. What you want to be is someone that is cool. You want to capitalize off of black cool, but you don't actually want to live the life of being black because when it's convenient for you, I'm not black, I'm mixed. I don't feel I should pick a side. But when you want to be friends with those cool black girls, or when you want to share a picture on Black Girl Monday or Melanin Monday, when you want to share pictures of blackout so you can say, look at me, I'm so pretty, look at my melanin. When you want to say your melanin pops or you got some kinks to your hair, then it's like, oh yeah, I'm black. But then you don't want to be put in a box when you don't want to be thought about as anything but positive. You know what I mean? It just makes me so mad because I can sit here and say I got called nigger, I got called monkey, and I'm told to get over it. But let some light-skinned kid, let some light-skinned mixed kid with a white mama talk about how some black boy said that, he was light bright. Oh my God, it's the end of the world. It's the end of the world for him to talk about that. But me, little black girl with a wide nose and full lips and nappy hair, brown skin, let me talk about how I was told to bleach my skin. Oh well, those kids were just mean and they were just jealous. They put these false bullshit things in my head. I don't care if people are jealous. I don't care. Like, one thing I hate is when people try to send me messages like, well, so many people pay for your skin, so many people pay to get hair like you. I don't care, because people's envy and jealousy does not uplift me. I don't need people to want to be like me to feel good about myself. And that's the difference. You are someone who's considered conventionally attractive, and you like when people want to be you because it makes you feel better about yourself. But it doesn't make me feel better about myself because I don't care about people's jealousy or envy. So when I am talking about my experience as being a black girl, I don't want to hear how hard it is to be you because you don't have a fat ass, or because black guys aren't grabbing you by the ass every time you walk, or because you don't have kinky curly hair, or because you don't have brown skin so people won't call you nigger. You don't know what it's like. You want us to sympathize with you, but you don't sympathize with us. Like, I can understand if you were to say, oh, I was bullied for being mixed. I was called a white girl. It was hard for me growing up, especially identifying as black, but no one else seeing me that way. Like, I can see that. I really can. I can see if you were to sit there and say, I don't know what it's like to be your type of black, but I know what it's like to be my type of black. And I'm talking about my experience, because there have been people who've done that. But that's not what these people are doing. They are sitting here saying how hard it is to be biracial, but then they want to sit here and pretend as if being black is so easy. And I'm not saying it like biracial and black and are mutually exclusive, but they are talking about their blackness from the biracial perspective. They act as if being monoracial, full black, or whatever is so easy because we know that we're niggers. It's not easy. It really is not easy. It took me so many years to finally feel comfortable in my own skin, finding my own identity. But you don't talk about that. The only type of identity issues you care about is through the eyes of being mixed or biracial. You don't care about the fact that there are dark-skinned girls who are told that they are too black, or they are told that their hair is too nappy and they need to be as white as possible, because in the black community, the men are dark skinned and the women are as white looking and delicate as possible, as in having lighter brown skin is considered beautiful as a woman. That's violence to me. That is all types of violence. It's erasure. You don't understand. As I said before, if you were to just talk about how hard it is to be you, but to acknowledge that other people have different struggles, fine. But you don't want to listen to other people's struggles. And then to sit here and say that we invalidate your blackness and we invalidate your issues, but you're sitting here saying how easy it is to be black. I don't like that. Don't tell me how easy it is for me to know that I'm a nigger. That's such an insult, and you will get cussed out. You will get cussed out. Because I'm sick of it. I care about everyone's issues. I care about the fact that you don't feel black enough because of the way that you look, or some people are mean and they say something nasty and petty. I defend people like that all the time. But then when you try to gaslight me or other black girls in particular and say that their life was easier because they had nappy hair, they had hair down to their ears or whatever, and they fit in the stereotypical idea of blackness, that's an insult, because you don't consider the fact that maybe we had something struggling with us. You don't understand. You don't sit here and think, wow, what's it like to be a dark-skinned girl? I'm sure I can't imagine what it's like to be them. I wish you could just say that. I had it so hard being me, but I can't imagine what it's like to be you. We're both black people. You are not alone. Why can't you just say that? It's easy for you to just say, we're not different people. We're not different people, but we have different experiences. Just tell me that I'm not alone, that, you understand where I am coming from on one aspect, but then you can't understand where I'm coming from on another. If you want to make me feel like I'm welcome and not alone, fine. But you're not doing that. You're just making it like your issues are more important than my issues. And that if I were to sit there and say I got called monkey or I got called a nigger, you call me a liar, because I just can't imagine people saying that to you. That's so ignorant. It's an insult. You think you're complimenting me, but you're not complimenting me. You're just erasing my experience as being a black girl, because in your mind, you don't see anything wrong. But I do. You can sit here and say you're telling me it's easy because I'm light skinned, or because I have long hair, or because I'm half white. But let me say how hard it is to look like me. You just draw a blank in your head. You draw a blank in your head because I don't know. Like, some people think I'm pretty, okay, but that doesn't